Hi, this is Michael Trusser with the Indianapolis International Film Festival. I'm with writer-director Victor Fanucchi, who just got done. We just got done screening his movie Art House. It's been shown how many times now?
Well, this is the second festival for it, and we just finished the second screening at the second festival. So 4 public screenings. And I must correct you. You said writer-director. I'm the director and the co-writer. Chris Brown co-wrote it with me. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Sorry, Chris Brown. So then, how is this taking now? So you're still fresh to seeing it in front of a live audience. So are you getting a vibe out of it, or are you digging this, or?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. It's every audience is different. Every screening is different. You know that what's playing up there is similar, but it's interesting to see. You can sort of tell different responses. There was it was a great audience and felt like a good reception today in today's screening, and that's nice, you know, better than outright hostility, definitely, you know.
People weren't throwing the proverbial tomatoes at the screen.
No, I was going to bring some vegetables of my own and have them ready to retaliate, but I didn't need to, thankfully. Yeah.
Or collect them and say, "Thank you, I'm giving these to a food shelter. You guys are the best audience ever."
Exactly.
Flip the script.
That's right.
So where did the idea for this movie come from? Where did you get the idea that this, you know, what's the art house background?
I first started working. Well, I worked with Chris Brown started working with her, hashing out an idea after we met at the Austin Film Festival in 2007, where I had a previous feature called Beyond the Pale, where it was premiering there. You know, we talked at the festival, and she came up with, you know, we came up together with an idea that combines different things that we had been thinking about respectively, including some experiences back in the day in college. For instance, I lived in a vegetarian co-op in college for a year, and so there are certain nostalgic kind of elements to the story in Art House as well, in terms of that.
There's a small hint of autobiography in there. Just
yeah, that's right, and in terms of how we wanted this film to be, we talked about early on sort of the feel of it being kind of like one of those old Frank Capra sort of ensemble comedies, you know, you know, I'm not being presumptuous to say that we've done that, you know, ourselves, but that's, you know, kind of where that's coming from, and wanting to have fun with with showing these relationships between the different people in the house, and even I must say also though that the house itself that we shot at, the Black Elk Co-op, was part of the inspiration, because I'd been there about a year before we started Chris and I started talking about writing this, and it had been in the back of my head as potentially a great place to shoot something. So popped in. We have to do something with this house, you know, and it just seemed like an interesting place. So yeah, that's how it came together, and then we wrote it pretty quickly. You know, from just talking about it to having a final draft, it was about 3.5 to 4 months.
It's a pretty quick turnaround then, from idea to more or less completed screenplay.
Right. Yeah. So and then we went directly into pre-production, because it's such a low budget film. You know, we just went directly into making it with a big sort of a bunch of people really pitching in. A lot of people pitching in for a real difficult shoot. I mean, when you don't have a lot of money, it makes a lot of things difficult. You know, kind of a death march kind of situation. But we made it through with a lot of people's generosity with their time and creativity, their endurance, you know, to get through 5 weeks, 6 days a week, 12 hours a day, hot, you know, sweaty locations, and so I'm just really, you know, I'm really grateful that we were able to be with such, you know, hardworking and talented collaborators in all the departments to just get this done quickly.
Hilfner? No. Well, can you put him on, please? Her? Well, fine, put her on. Who? What do you mean, who am I? Jerry. Jerry Kerchevsky, attorney representing the students of Art House. She'll want to talk to me.
So if you have no budget, how do you get Iggy Pop in your movie?
Well, we did. We did pay him, so it wasn't like we went completely hat in hand, but it wasn't as much as he would make doing a concert or something like that, and he's touring, all the time. So there was an Ann Arbor connection in that he is from Ann Arbor, went to high school in Ann Arbor. I believe he was born in the neighboring town of Ypsilanti, but so it was sort of, the setting was kind of a hometown sort of return for him. Also, one of our producers, Eddie Rubin, his cousin Don Was, a music producer, knows.
Well, Was Not Was.
Yes, from Was Not Was. Was friends with Iggy going way back. So when we sent the script to Iggy's agent and made the offer and tried to make it as convenient as possible, and there was also an email, I think, that went from our producer's cousin Don Was, saying, "Hey, look out for this script. Don't throw it in the heap.
Not this one. So keep an eye out on this one. Throw the rest in the heap."
Yeah, that's right, exactly. So he was so great to work with. He was so prepared, so professional, so friendly, so just a good guy. And he has a lot of lines in his sort of cameo. Some long sort of almost monologue type lines, and he had them down verbatim. So
he took it seriously.
He took it seriously, he really did, and was really conscientious and really professional, and just a good person to be around. So it was great. We're really happy with him.
So right now, Art House is playing the film festival circuit. For people who can't, get to the film festival, or it's not in their neighborhood, going to film festival there, how can people see this movie? What's the next step for Art House?
Yes, distribution. I almost guarantee you will not be able to go to the multiplex at your mall and see this movie. It's not going to happen. I wish it were the case. It's not going to happen.
There aren't enough explosions.
Yes, we could add some. Maybe we will. We'll add some explosions, some sex, some stuff. But we are working with a company called Cinetic Rights Management. They're based in New York. They're John Sloss's company, Matt Dentler. We're working with a fellow there named Steve Breckman, and Beckman. And so we are going to be putting it out there in video on demand. There's VOD. That's CRM, Cinetic Rights Management. That's their sort of specialty is putting together these niche audience films with their audiences, using the emerging kind of a means of distribution, like Netflix, watch instantly streaming. There are other instant streaming services.
Because if you can get on Netflix, I know I got Xbox 360, Netflix streaming, Wii has it now. So they're getting really closer into it's no longer on your laptop in bed. Right. It's now, you can actually look at it, watch it in your living room. So yeah, so it's one kind of start looking for it on my Xbox to pop up in the next
a few months. And we may be. I think we're looking at some time towards the end of this year doing that, and then having some other screenings to sort of tie in with putting it out there digitally, making it available in that way. So yeah, I'm looking forward to you make something, you want as many people as possible to see it, and it'll be interesting to find out how we can make people aware of it and have them watch it, see what we did. So. Well,
Victor, thanks a lot for your time. Thanks for coming to the film festival. Thanks for bringing a great movie, and look forward to watching it here maybe at the end of the year.
Yeah. Thank you for thanks to you and the festival for having me here, and it's been fun, a lot of fun.